Okay, I hope you can hear me. So first things first, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see that part of the recording. So the first thing that you're going to do that is critically essential is we are going to first start by making sure you are working in the correct directory. So let's say you're working in a folder called Norman, wherever that is. You can create it. There is a command called mkdir Norman. This command means make directory. So what make directory does is it will create the directory called Norman. So we're going to create the directory called Norman, and after creating it, we want to get inside it. So in order to get inside it, we use this command cd. So cd will allow us to get inside Norman, and cd means change directory. So change directory to Norman allows us to enter the Norman directory. So you do this first, like if you're going to create any directory. So you can create any directory, then you change to make sure you get into it. Then when you're there, since we installed virtualenv, or we know how to install it, we will create a virtual environment for that folder which we shall be working with. And we will use the command virtualenv and we select Python 3 as the version of Python we shall use inside the virtual environment called Norman. And this will create the virtual environment with CPython 3.7. And it does that, and it shows it to us successfully up to that point. Good. So after that, the next step is to activate the virtual environment which we created. So we will activate the virtual environment. So we'll say source for the virtual environment, which is called Norman-env. We called it Norman-env. Inside it, there's a bin file and an activate file. So activate is the command that will activate Norman environment. So when you do that, you will notice the name of your environment folder will appear at the beginning, and then the rest of the usual things to show you where you are. Okay, it's absolutely important for you to make sure you activate the environment before we do anything else. You need to have an environment where you will work. After that, we can install Tensorflow with pip install Tensorflow. So when you do that, it should start your installation process normally. Now, if you've already installed it, don't worry, it will not go back to the network. It will look through areas in the memory where it was saving some of the bits of it. You might see something like cache, and then there it's not downloading, it's just copying from what was in the memory already and doesn't have to download. If it hasn't found something like this particular one there, that's when it begins downloading afresh, but most likely it will begin just copying and setting it up for you. So it goes through that process, like it's downloading, and after downloading, it completes. Okay. Now the next step is to pip install Jupyter. Okay. Now remember we're installing Jupyter because we are in an environment which doesn't have it or doesn't know that it exists within your operating system where you had probably installed it before. So we will just do pip install Jupyter as the next command to do, and it starts to install Jupyter. So when it installs Jupyter, it will go through the installation, downloading, and done, it finishes. So I just typed clear just to clear the screen. It's not important. The next important thing is to run Jupyter Notebook. So when you run Jupyter Notebook, it starts to serve the Jupyter interface, this one here. Okay. So when it serves this, we can test it by copying that command that you told me about right there. So when it starts it, okay, it doesn't start like this. It starts from something like here. And then we can create a new Python 3 environment. We can call it, I don't know, in my case, TensorFlow test. So that's what I've called it, TensorFlow test. Then that command from TensorFlow Python PyRap, where we're importing the TensorFlow module, we're going to test it by running it. When you run it, it should execute. It should have imported that. It's not giving us any errors, and it is working. So this is essentially it. Yeah, good. Thank you.